I think during the Industrial Revolution, when scientists had arose to describe certain natural processes, because capitalism, for instance, thermodynamics arose in order to produce more efficient steam engines and things like that. I think they had to scientists who were trying to come up with concepts had to come up with concepts that were very like dialectics, the notions of entropy and the laws of thermodynamics and things like that. And you described the quantitative and qualitative change, what they call it reversibility and irreversibility, and whether processes can be reversed. Like if you knock a glass off the end of a table, it'll smash into little bits and pieces, but you can't ever get it'll never happen the other way around, so things only happen one way. And dialectics is like that with a revolution, in that Mubarak has been overthrown, but I don't think a situation could ever arise where Mubarak could ever be put back on his pedestal. I think the revolution has decided that historical history will only move in one direction, that he's never going to really come back. But I was trying to answer his question.
Thanks very much, David.
Yeah, I think Carol's question is very interesting, actually. But gravity is an interesting one, because of course gravity is relational and depends on the relations between objects and the size of objects and the position of objects and all that sort of stuff. So it is subject to change in constant fluctuation. Electricity, I'm not sure about, but the sound one is a good one as well. I work a lot with sound, and people have different understandings in different cultures of what particular sounds mean. I mean, people, there's an experiment done where sounds, bass tone sounds, people in certain cultures will associate them with, sadness and depression and melancholia. Other cultures will associate them with joy, in fact. So there's a relational thing to do with all kinds of things. It doesn't have to be a word. I mean, I have a question for John, which it's not meant to be a trick question, but it might sound it might sound like one. The one thing that worries me about the dialectic is there's a certain aspect of it for me which is a metaphysical quality, right? It replaces God in the sense that everything is in the dialectic and there is nothing outside the dialectic, right? If that is the case, right, it's a logical contradiction, okay? Because the dialectic, if everything is in the dialectic, has to be a dialectic. Therefore, the dialectic has to disappear at some point. Is that true or false, or which is it? Both, either everything is in the dialectic, in which case the dialectic is dialectical, or everything is not in the dialectic, in which case, yeah.